So I'm here in Challis, Idaho, in central Idaho, just surrounded by the Salmon Challis National Forest and some BLM land. And I'm staying with my friends Jen and Barry. And these two lovely animals are Tilly on the left and Sparky on the right. And Tilly and Sparky used to be Forest Service stock animals, which means that they used to be part of the workforce. They would pack into remote areas and either be ridden or haul things, and that's how they've lived out most of their lives. But Sparky and Tilly have an interesting story, and we're going to talk to Jen about that.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Purvine. We are in Challis, Idaho. I work for the Salmon Challis National Forest, and I'm a wildlife biologist.
And so Jen, how many animals do you have here that are rescued animals? Because you have quite a few, but let's start with the first two.
Oh, the ones behind me?
The ones behind you, yeah.
That is Tilly the mule and Sparky the horse, and they are both retired Forest Service pack and saddle stock.
How did you get them? Because they don't just give away stock once they want to retire them. They don't just say, hey, here you go.
They don't, no. We bought Tilly at an auction. She and the woman who wrote up the description wrote in the thing that she had congestive heart failure, which she does, and so we got the low bid. Nobody else wanted her. And Sparky had some kind of neurological issue, and we got him as disposed property.
Disposed property. So both of these horses you were familiar with. Your husband Barry works as a range con, and he does a lot of packing in and out of areas. So he knew both these animals, or you knew both of them yourselves?
Actually, a little bit. Neither one of us had actually used them, but they were both very popular with other people, and we were asked if we could provide a home from them.
Okay, so let's pan around and look at these guys. I'm going to close up. Okay, so here's Tilly. She's been snorting at me. I asked her to get a little closer. I've been calling her, and she gave me the look. So there's Tilly, and she is a mule, and Sparky is a real small horse. He's right over here. And so, on average, what do you spend on these animals per year?
Oh, I don't know.
Food-wise, veterinary-wise?
Oh, probably a couple thousand. Maybe,
a year.
Between the hay and the vets and, maybe, yeah.
So let's say $3,000 a year, easily?
Probably ballpark.
Okay.
2, 3, yeah.
2 or 3 thousand. What would have happened to Tilly and Sparky had you and Barry not adopted them?
They probably would have, at that time they still had slaughterhouses, so Tilly would have probably been taken to a packer, meat packer, and then, I don't know, Sparky probably would have just been euthanized.
Okay. And so, what do they do here? I mean, let's take a look at these guys. I'm going to move a little bit closer to them.
That's what they do.
So, you have some other rescued animals here, and I'm going to pan around. There's Bob, he's your old steady, you've had him for years, but Chipper, who's a border collie, and then this big old girl here, Dawn, both of them were rescues, right?
Yes. Chipper was more of a, she was banished from town because she had a little biting issue, and so we don't live within city limits, so we were allowed to have her.
So otherwise she would have gone to the city pound, probably, or the county pound?
Yeah, she had a death warrant on her head. And Dawn was simply found wandering along the highway.
Hi, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. She's really sweet. So I'm going to pan back to you, and you have some other rescued animals here, but we're not going to go look for them. What kind of animals do you also keep? You have 4 what? 4
cats. They all showed up needing homes, and so nobody wants a cat, and so we end up keeping them. And we used to have more, but attrition takes care of them.
So you had a cat. I know I was here before. You had a cat, and that cat died, and then what happened?
Another one showed up to take its place.
Randomly showed up.
Yes.
So, and you have some goats, but those aren't rescued.
One of them is.
One of them is rescued.
Yeah, someone didn't like him, and he's a very loud, very vocal goat, and he was going to be shot, and so we took him.
Let's go check him out, the goat that was almost shot. Here in Jen's back garden, you can see she's an avid gardener. She's got strawberries, raspberries, all kinds of greens back here, and in her little cold frame where she grows other stuff. We're going to pan around to the goat pen, and we're going to take a look at the almost shot goat. What's his name?
Nigel.
Nigel!
Nige!
Okay, go over there, Jen, and get him so people can see the almost shot goat.
Well, it was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
He's eating. That's what he likes to do.
Hi, Nigel. What's up, buddy? You're almost goat carcass. Here's my favorite. This is a and this goat, this is the only animal you've ever deliberately acquired.
Yes.
And this is who?
Riffle.
Riffle. And he's old, isn't he? You've had him a long time.
Yeah, he's probably about 13 at this point.
He's an old goat. And this is where they live. How many acres do you guys have here?
8.5.
8.5 acres. And so you have some pasture for horses and some pasture for goats. And then the dogs run about. So I just want people to understand when people rescue animals, it is a big deal, and you oftentimes spend a lot of your own money. What is your total vet cost for the year for everybody?
Oh, I don't even try to add
So if you spend you don't want this, don't want to have it made public so you know about it. So if the horses are anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000, you've got the cats, the dogs, the goats. They are at least another $2,000, right?
Oh, absolutely.
With food and medical care and the cats that you always take in.
Yes.
So roughly $4,000 a year, maybe closer to $5,000 on a bad year when people get hurt. Like Dawn, where's Dawn at? Come here, Dawn. Come here, baby. Now she won't come to me. Come here she comes. Look at this big old thing. Dawn got hit by a car and she tore her pad. Hey, girl. And then what, you guys had to take her to the vet, had to sew it back on?
Yes.
Aw.
It was okay though. She healed up fine.
She healed up fine. So there's always these type of things when you have to rescue an animal. It's a big commitment. It's kind of like you marry them, they're your family, and then you take care of them.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, you take animals that need homes, and then you are committed to them, and you take them. It's your responsibility to ensure that they are, properly fed, cared for, have enough space, attention, grooming, whatnot, and then you pretty much have to see it through to the bitter end.
All right. And so how much longer do you think you're going to have the stock over there, the mule and the horse?
I didn't think I was going to have them as long. Actually, with the mule, I thought she was going to tip over within a year or two of us having her because of her heart condition, but she's still going strong.
But you take such good care of her.
At this point, she's probably going to outlive me.
And how old is Tilly now?
She's probably about 30.
And Sparky is what?
He's close to the same, 28, 29.
And that's old for
That's pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Jen, thank you for your interview. Thank you for showing us around your farm.
Well, thank you.